Hello everyone. Who has joined audio in their phones? Hello everyone. Okay. Our topic for today is the officer-like quality called initiative. To take initiative. Yes? Now, who can tell me what do you mean by the word initiative? Students who are attending online, I request you to please type your responses in the chat box. Hello. Okay. Students, attention here, everyone. Silence now. Today's officer-like quality that we shall see is initiative. Now, I want responses about what do you understand by the word initiative. Initiate word का मतलब क्या है? Okay. So tell me, if my mom asks me to clean my room, and then I clean my room, did I initiate cleaning my room? I started cleaning my room, right? Did I initiate or not? For the fifth day again, do not give me a meaning of one word with one word in the same language. Initiate मतलब start. कोई difference नहीं है, दोनों same ही है. What is the meaning of initiative? जो खुद से किया जाए उसको initiative बोलेंगे. तो अगर मैंने रूम जब साफ किया मम्मी के बोलने पे, तो मैंने खुद से ही किया ना. अगर उनके बिना बोले मैंने किया तो वो इनिशिएट किया मैंने. Can anyone try to explain using some other examples? ये तो एक एग्जाम्पल मैंने दिया. Yes, I can't hear if someone is saying something. Stand up and be loud. Boys, silence. What do you mean by initiate? To take responsibility of something, okay. What else? Yes? What else? Okay. The word initiate is a verb. Yes? To initiate means to start doing something or to come up with the idea to do something independently without any external force or pressure. Yes? Which means that when you initiate an action, it is an action. However, if you are not initiating it, you are acting based on some external pressure or external force. It's a reaction. Yes? Any action can be an initiative. However, can any reaction be initiative? किसी चीज पे जब हम रिएक्ट करते हैं तो उसको हम बोल सकते हैं इनिशिएटिव. Yes? No? No. All right. Let's see. What does initiative mean? Initiative is the noun form of initiate, and the word means to start something or take the responsibility of something independently. अब independently का मतलब क्या है? किसी पे depend नहीं करेंगे अगर. If it is an OLQ, it's an officer-like quality, right? अब अगर एक officer ये सोचे कि हाँ ठीक है, initiative मतलब independently कोई चीज start करना, किसी चीज की responsibility लेना, तो मैं consider ही नहीं करूंगा कि मेरी टीम में कौन है, क्या सोचता है, क्या करता है. I don't care. It should be my call. I will take the responsibility and I will give out decisions without the concern or without considering their opinions. Is that a form of initiative? No. Then try to put yourself in the shoes of an officer and tell me कि क्या situation हो सकती है जहां पे हम बोलेंगे okay, this was an initiative. जब यहाँ पर लिखा है to start something or take the responsibility of something independently, उसका क्या मतलब है? Independently का मतलब क्या है? टीम को कंसिडर नहीं करना. और अगर टीम को कंसिडर कर रहे तो इंडिपेंडेंट कैसे हुआ? सबके बारे में सोच के, नॉट ऑडिबल, सबके बारे में सोच के डिसीजन लेना। ओके, तो क्या हर डिसीजन जो हम सबके बारे में सोच के लेंगे, would that be an initiative? No. Then try to think like an officer. Try to think like an officer. You are an officer. What can you do that would mean that you took an initiative? Yes. Okay, I'll give you all again the same example. I told you all हर friends का group बैठ के गोवा का plan बनाता है, correct? उनमें से कोई एक होता है जो बार-बार वो टॉपिक निकालता है, तो वो प्लान इनिशिएट किसने किया? जो टॉपिक निकाला, करेक्ट? अब चलो, मैंने और मेरे फ्रेंड्स ने बैठ के डिसाइड किया that we are going to go, okay? एंड हर बार हम लोग प्लान करते हैं, बहुत प्लान करते हैं, फिर घर जाते हैं, सो जाते हैं, ठीक है? Now this time we planned, we did everything, and वो प्लानिंग के बीच में बैठ के हम लोग ने टिकट्स बुक कर ली, तो लाइक नहीं, आप सही में जाना है, सीरियसली जाना है, ठीक है? तो उसमें जिसने टॉपिक निकाला था, एक वो है और फ्रेंड्स है, और एक है जिसने सबको मोटिवेट करने के लिए बोला एक काम करते हैं, टिकट्स बुक कर लेते हैं, तब तो कुछ भी हो जाएंगे ही, ठीक है? अब मुझे बताओ, गोवा जब हम गए तो इस प्लान का इनिशिएटिव किसका था? जब हम गोवा पहुंचे, जो बंदा टॉपिक निकाल रहा था, इनिशिएटिव अब भी उसका ही है, आया समझ में? नाउ वी हैव एन एकेडमी, ओके? फाउंडर किसको बोलते हैं? किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट का, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का फाउंडर किसको बोलते हैं? ओनर को फाउंडर बोलते हैं,
The one who established.
चालू किया, जिसने फाउंडेशन रखा उसका। किसी जगह का फाउंडर और ओनर अलग अलग हो सकते हैं, बिल्कुल हो सकते हैं। अगर भैया ने इतने सालों से ये जगह चलाई, ओके, now if he sells this off to someone, yes, if he sells it off to someone, now buys it, changes its name also, ठीक है? Changes its name in the sense just the name of the brand, not the business. जगह की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, I'm talking about the business. So the business is the same. He changes its name and everything, and he does everything जैसा उसको जमता है, ठीक है? Now that person runs this place successfully for the next 20 years. In 20 years, he comes up with a lot of branches and everything. Okay? Now tell me who took the initiative of this place? Will it ever change? No. अच्छा, जो दूसरी ब्रांचेस उस बंदे ने खोला, उन ब्रांचेस का इनिशिएटिव किसका था? किसका? उसका रहेगा। डिफरेंस समझ में आ रहा है? बॉयज, साइलेंस। Getting the difference of what do you mean by initiative? जब इनिशिएटिव की बात होती है, now can someone try to tell me how is taking initiative an officer like quality? अभी हमने बोला कि अगर ऑफिसर हो आप, it does not mean that you will not consider your teammates, you will decide on your own everything. Then what does taking initiative mean?
To take responsibility.
Why is taking an initiative an essential officer like quality? Why do you think that is the case? आपके साथ जो काम करते हैं वो आपके ऑर्डर्स सुनते हैं, so वो ऑर्डर्स सुनते हैं। We spoke about something called self-confidence. We also spoke about something where they look up to the leader, and unless and until the leader is confident, they will not be confident in the leader. Correct? In such situations, we know that वो order सुनते हैं, but for the correct motivation for them to do something, they should know the reasons why they are doing something. Therefore, the leader needs to have the reasoning ability. Correct? Now, considering these things, do you think that an initiative by an officer can simply be an imposition of a decision? If an officer imposes a decision on his team members, is that an initiative? Yes? Try to give me any situation. Now, if you think that this is the case, then give me a situation. That in so and so situation, if an officer does this, it was an initiative. Try to think of any example, any situation. Yes? Students who are attending online, can you confirm if I'm audible clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yes? Someone tell me. Acha, theek hai. I'll give you another situation. Now, the initiative as a noun is also used for certain factors. For example, empowering women is an initiative taken by social workers. Yes? If I say this sentence, अब उसमें सारे सोशल वर्कर्स ने एक साथ बैठ के थोड़ी ना ये सोचा कि हम सब ये स्टार्ट करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. If today I become a social worker, I also count in that category. But it says, if I say a sentence that empowering women is an initiative taken by social workers, is that statement correct? Yes. अब यहाँ पे initiative का मतलब क्या है? किसी सोशल वर्क के लिए स्टैंड लिया उन्होंने, लेकिन उसको इनिशिएट तो किसी और ने किया होगा ना. Then why are we saying that they took the initiative? They took the initiative. Why are we saying that? If they are standing with someone, तो उस someone ने initiative लिया ना, तुम तो उस सामने वाले को support कर रहे हो. Correct? Then how come we say that all social workers took the initiative to empower women? And how is the sentence correct? अब यहाँ पे initiative का मतलब अलग क्यों है? क्या मतलब है? Sorry? जो काम हो रहा है वो पूरे ग्रुप को डिनोट कर रहा है, बट स्टिल द सेंटेंस इज ट्रू, राइट? इट इज नॉट फॉल्स. ऐसा नहीं है कि वी विल सेग्रीगेट कि इन लोगों ने किया, इन लोगों ने नहीं किया तो इनको मत गिनो. करेक्ट? एंड व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन दैट सिचुएशन? यस, we are supporting that decision, but when you support something, will you be called as being the initiator of it? No. So what is happening in this situation is that what they are doing is there was an initiative taken by someone. There was an initiative taken by someone. Someone initiated the idea of empowering women. What happened after that is that since the concept is not very well spread, they needed more people to start it efficiently. समझ में आ रहा है? When you talk of women empowerment, a few months of time will not be enough to denote to the start of women empowerment. It will refer to an entire era, because the comparison, it is with the centuries where women were not empowered. So when we are comparing to centuries where women were not empowered, and we are now talking of women empowerment, everyone who is supporting this motive is taking an initiative to start something new. Difference समझ में आया? समझा? Now, as an officer, when you take an initiative to do something, again, as I mentioned, all your officer-like qualities are interconnected. तुम एक पे काम करोगे अपने आप दूसरी इंप्रूव होगी, तुम्हारी एक वीक होगी अपने आप दूसरी वीक होगी, करेक्ट? मुझे ये बताओ सोच के, अभी तक हमने जो भी ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटीज देखे, उन सब में से इनिशिएटिव किस किस पे असर कर सकता है? नॉट टेकिंग इनिशिएटिव can affect which officer like qualities, or which officer like qualities can affect the officer like quality of taking initiative? सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, वेरी गुड. सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस अगर लो है तो कोई इनिशिएटिव ले पाएगा? नहीं ले पाएगा, क्योंकि अगर उसको आइडिया है भी तो वो जितने टाइम तक ये सोचता रहेगा कि मैं अपना आइडिया बोलूं कि नहीं बोलूं, जमेगा कि नहीं जमेगा, स्टूपिड तो नहीं साउंड करेगा, अगर फेल हो गया तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरी होगी, इतने सारे लोग रिस्क पे होंगे, करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए. अगर कोई सेल्फ डाउट में है, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस की कमी है, तो वो किसी भी चीज में इनिशिएटिव ले पाएगा? नहीं ले पाएगा. ऐसा ऑफिसर चलेगा? नहीं चलेगा. व्हाट एल्स? और कौन सी ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटी अफेक्ट होती है इनिशिएटिव से, या इनिशिएटिव अफेक्ट होता है उस ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटी? अब तक हमने कौन सी ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटीज देखी है? यू नो, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, इफेक्टिव इंटेलिजेंस, थिंकिंग उसी में था, और रीजनिंग एबिलिटी, वेरी गुड. पावर ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वाज नॉट. डिटर्मिनेशन, वेरी गुड. इतना देखे अब तक? डिटर्मिनेशन, रीजनिंग एबिलिटी, इफेक्टिव इंटेलिजेंस, पावर ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन एंड सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस. हमने एक सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस के बारे में बात किया, दैट सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस व्हेन मेजरली अफेक्ट्स टेकिंग द क्वालिटी ऑफ टेकिंग इनिशिएटिव. अगर कोई कॉन्फिडेंट है खुद में, वो सामने से इनिशिएटिव ले पाएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस में हमने क्या बात की थी कि अगर दो दोस्त हैं, दोनों ने सोचा चल अपन वहां आ जाएंगे, राउंड मार के आएंगे क्लास के बीच में, है ना? तो दोनों का आपस में खूब खिचड़ी पकेगी कि हाँ चलो जाएंगे. बट द मोमेंट यू रीच द टीचर, वन इज लाइक मैं बुलाऊंगा तू पूछ. करेक्ट? नाउ व्हाट इज दैट मैं बुलाऊंगा तू पूछ? मतलब मैं बोलूंगा मिस, तू बोलना कैन वी गो आउट. ठीक है, तू पूछ. इसमें क्या हो रहा है पता है? फ्रेंड ए ने अगर बोला कि मैं बुलाऊंगा तू पूछ, basically what friend A is doing is, due to the lack of self confidence and the power of expression, he is avoiding taking the initiative for something that they together want to do. However, he wants to give B the illusion that you are not taking the initiative. The initiative is mine. Teacher मेरी आवाज सुन के पलटेगी. You just have to say the last का part. So he is creating an illusion for B that I am taking the initiative. But taking initiative या initiative रखना भी पड़ेगा ना. डिफरेंस समझ में आ रहा है? अगर जब हम बोलते हैं, हम टीवी में देखते हैं, कुछ मूवीज में देखते हैं, इसने मेरा आइडिया चुरा लिया, करेक्ट? जब उसने उसका आइडिया चुरा लिया, वो इनिशिएटिव किसका था? जिसका चुराया उसका था. बन किसका गया? जिसने उसको रिप्रेजेंट किया उसका बन गया. क्योंकि आइडिया चुराने के बाद भी यू नीड टू बी थरो विद इट इन ऑर्डर टू रिप्रेजेंट इट. करेक्ट? कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि क्लास में टीचर कुछ पूछती है, तुम्हारे पीछे वाला धीरे से आंसर करता है, तुम वही चीज जोर से बोल देते हो, एंड टीचर प्रेजेस यू, एंड यू नो दैट इट इज नॉट रॉन्ग. व्हाई? बिकॉज अगर उसको आता था उसको जोर से बोलना चाहिए था, उसने नहीं बोला. समझ में आ रहा है how initiative differs? Getting the difference now? If I am sitting sitting here, half of them are talking there. I'm conducting a session. If I lack the ability to initiate a conversation with a crowd, will this session be possible? For example, अभी मैं यहाँ बैठी हूँ, and just because they are talking and I'm irritated by that, I will get silent and I will just wait. कि नहीं ठीक है, ये लोग चुप होंगे तो मैं बात करूँ. I will not initiate the conversation unless and until you all answer my questions. Will this proceed? No. Why? Because my motive depends upon someone else, whereas the desired result to have an efficient session is mine. I desire that result. If I desire a result, who needs to work on it? Can I expect people who are not motivated by this and whose motive is not to attain this desired result, can I expect them to be equally hardworking towards it? No. Will they take an initiative? No. They can barely just support along. Getting the difference? Yes. तो तुम्हारी बात कर रही हूँ, बस करेंगे. हाँ. Okay. Now, talking of again, initiative affected by self-confidence. Okay. Now, if I am taking the initiative, I'm trying to take an initiative and conduct the session here. But in that situation, instead of talking in a manner that would engage the crowd as a conversation, if I sit here and I say, initiative means to start something, take or to take the responsibility. चलेगा? Presentation ऐसे ही देते हो? बातें करते भी नहीं. You don't sound confident. सबको Adolf Hitler वाली theory पता है? What was he doing? What was Hitler doing? Everyone knows. Why is he the bad guy? Okay. Now, there was this one thing that he implemented on a large scale, which was कि अगर झूठ बोलना है, तो उसको इतने कॉन्फिडेंस से बोलो और इतनी बार बोलो कि लोगों को याद नहीं रह के सच क्या था. समझ में आ रहा है? This is not a very good thing. I am trying to say that what he said has something majorly to do about language skills. जब हम कोई बात करते हैं, when you look at celebrities, when you look at even printed media, we somehow believe कि जो कुछ भी छपा है वो सच है, just because इसको इतना confidence से छाप दिया, है ना? When you look at all of these things, if you listen to celebrities carefully, even if you listen to movie dialogues carefully in English, in any language, there comes a point where if you analyze it structure wise, you will realize कि इसने बहुत कुछ ऐसा बोला जो ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए था. ये बोलने का सही तरीका ये नहीं है, ये और better बोल सकता था, which is where critics come into play. Correct? But उसने वो बोला और फिर भी audience को अजीब नहीं लगा. Why? Self-confidence, the manner of representing. समझ में आ रहा है? Now, if I am conducting this session, okay, right now, how many minutes have we completed? Approximately 20. I'm still on the first slide. Now, imagine if Bhaiya was sitting here. Did you all feel कि यार अभी तक first slide पे क्यों है? कितने लोगों को लगा कि यार अभी तक first slide पे क्यों है? The discussion was still expansive, but still, I'm asking honestly, how many people felt that why are we still on the first slide? None? The first slide does not give you a lot of data to your vision. However, the conversation is not stagnant. It's not stopped in one place. We are discussing multiple things. Correct? That is how self-confidence affects initiative. Because when I took the initiative to conduct this session, correct? Now, it should not bother me. It should not bother me as much whether you have the same motive or not. Which means as an officer, if you are taking the initiative to do something, there might be some people in your team who will not very much agree with you. However, तुमने इनिशिएटिव लिया, इसका मतलब आज से पहले किसी ने ये नहीं किया. तुम किसी को कॉपी नहीं कर रहे. You are saying I'm taking the initiative to do this with my team because I think this will attain this desired result. And you are so confident and so well with your reasons that why do you think so? That you know, if you are expressing it well, half of them will be convinced, and if the other half is not convinced, वो तुम्हारे बारे में चार बातें बोलेंगे कि यार ये क्या करा रहा है, सुबह सुबह उठा के ये करने बोल रहा है, वो करने बोल रहा है. Correct? But you are clear with your reasons. You are confident with why you are doing what you are doing. Will you stop? No. Will you leave them out of your initiative just because they don't understand what you're doing? They are your team. तुम जबरदस्ती कराओगे because you know that with time it will be beneficial for them. Yes or no? But you still know how protocol works. Parents, बचपन में बच्चे को जबरदस्ती स्कूल भेजा जाता है. करेक्ट. अब तुम लोग जिस एज पे हो, इस एज पे अगर मैं तुमको जबरदस्ती क्लास में बिठाऊं, तुम कुछ सीखने वाले हो? डू यू रियली थिंक कि अगर तुमको जबरदस्ती उठा के कहीं बिठाया जाए, मैं तुमको जबरदस्ती घूमने भेजू ना, तो भी तुम एंजॉय नहीं करोगे? जस्ट बिकॉज यू विल बी थिंकिंग मेरे को जबरदस्ती क्यों भेजे. मेरे से पूछ भी सकते थे. करेक्ट. क्यों? यू वुड हैव फेल्ट आई टुक द इनिशिएटिव, आई वांटेड टू कम. समझ में आ रहा है? Another example. एक बच्चा ना साइकिल चलाते रहता है, जैसे ही साइकिल रोकता है ना, साइकिल के साथ गिर जाता है, बैलेंस खराब होता है, गिर जाता है. वहां पे जितने बच्चे रहते हैं ना, वो सब हंसने लगते हैं कि वो गिर गया. तो वो उठता है, साइकिल उठाता है और बोलता है मैं उतरता ही ऐसे. What does this teach you overall? Whatever you observed in this. What did you observe in this child? His attitude. What about his attitude? Attitude is the sum up of all your behaviors with respect to circumstances. A sense of humor, very good. He has a good sense of humor. What else? Oh no. Power of expression, self-confidence. Speak. No, I'm talking about you. Say. Be confident about what you are saying. Bolo. Taking insult or maybe criticism, you can say. Yes, in a positive way. How in a positive way? अगर उसने positive way में लिया होता, तो वो अगली बार नहीं गिरेगा, ऐसा कुछ बोला होता. To work on himself, right? जब हम criticism को positive way में लेते हैं, तो हम बोलते हैं, yes, I should work on this. Yes, this is a point to be noted. Correct? I'll be more careful the next time. What he said did not really own up to the mistake in a manner that it is a mistake. उसने ये भी नहीं बोला कि अरे यार हाँ गिर गया, ठीक है, होता है. What did he say? मैं उतरता ही ऐसे हूँ. What he did was something that happened to him. He changed it into an initiative and said, I did it by my free will. And now, since I'm a free boy, what can you do about my manners? Did it harm you? Did it hurt you? Then, is anything wrong with my way of getting down the bicycle? समझ में आ रहा है? ये वाले हमने जोक्स देखे कभी कभी, पता नहीं कोई मूवीज में से दिखते हैं ऐसे वाले जोक्स, वेयर इफ द गाय इज सिटिंग, घर से फोन आता है वाइफ का, वाइफ चिल्ला रही है, ठीक है, उसे चिल्ला के रख दी, एंड देन लाइक हाँ, रखने की बात है, हाँ आता है, ठीक है, जब आऊंगा देखूंगा, बाय बाय. वाई? तो इंसल्ट क्यों हो जाएगी? क्योंकि ये बोलने के बाद वो जब रखेगा और वो उठेगा कि मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, he will make the audience who was listening believe that it was his initiative. He initiated the action. He has power in that situation to decide and implement that decision. That I decided that I want to go home, and I implemented that decision. समझ में आ रहा है difference? When it comes to initiative, जो हम बोलते हैं ना भेड़ के साथ चलना, just because you support someone, you are not the initiator of it. When you initiate something, that is why we are saying that all the people who support women empowerment and do something about it are all initiators, because they are all taking the initiative at an individual level. They are all trying to change something at an individual level in society. Difference समझ में आया? Why are we referring to such people? Not particularly about women empowerment. If it comes to educating the society, okay? Now, everyone has been talking of educating the society and how important it is. लेकिन अभी एक बस्ती में एक लड़की जाके पढ़ाएगी हर रोज 4 घंटा उन गरीब बच्चों को जिनको कुछ नहीं है. Is she taking an initiative? Boss, what is the initiative? Educating the country. You'll say लेकिन वो कौन सा पहली बार कर रही है, तो बहुत लोग कर रहे हैं, schools इतने सालों से कर रहे हैं, ये कौन सी अनोखी है? She is taking an initiative at an individual level in order to transform society. समझ में आया? Are you able to connect this entire topic with officer-like qualities in your mind? Okay, how will it be an officer-like quality? Yes. Let's see what does it say further. Initiative and officer-like quality. The ability to take initiative and being confident to express the same. Why did I say being confident to express the same? Because just because you took an initiative. लेकिन तुमने इतना धीरे आंसर बोला कि तुम्हारे आगे वाले ने सुना, बोला बहुत मस्त है, उसने जोर से बोल दिया. टीचर किसकी तारीफ करेगा? और फिर अगर तुमने इनिशिएटिव लिया तो से नहीं मैम मैंने पहले बोला था, मैम भरोसा करे नहीं करे बात की बात. Does it have the same effect? Even if I agree कि हाँ चलो वो बोल रहा है तो उसने पहले बोला था, will I appreciate him the same way that I appreciated the guy whom I heard? No. Why? Because I heard someone else express that. It's not about even first. I heard someone else express it well, and you did not express it well. So initiative है, लेकिन वो तुमने express ही नहीं किया. अगर न्यूटन के पहले 6 और लोगों ने सोचा, है ना? जब से दुनिया बनी तब से अब तक न्यूटन तक 6 और लोगों ने सोचा यार नीचे क्यों गिरता है, एप्पल नीचे क्यों गिरता है ना? लेकिन उन्होंने किया नहीं. उन्होंने अपने दोस्त को बोला भाई यार ये नीचे ही क्यों गिरता है. उसके दोस्त ने बोला कुछ भी सोचता है, और वो आगे बढ़ गए. इनिशिएटिव उनका बना नहीं, सोचा उन्होंने भी सेम चीज, बट इनिशिएटिव किसका है? Who did something about it, who expressed it. If you are an officer, you have an idea, you have a reason, you have an implementation plan, and you do not express it well. I'm not even saying not express it, matlab chup hai. If you fail to express it well, do you think that it will be realized into an initiative? No. And therefore I can say that the power of expression is also strongly connected with taking an initiative. You should be able to express. अब अगर मैं यहाँ बैठी हूँ and I say that okay, you know, but I really support the farmers and whatever is happening, or if I say I really support women empowerment, women should be more empowered. लेकिन जहाँ पे कुछ होता है मैं उठ के जाती नहीं. जब भी कहीं ऐसी जरूरत होती है कि we need people to talk, we need people to protest, I'll just say like कौन जाएगा? हाँ, I support, अच्छा काम कर रहे. Am I a part of that initiative? No. समझा being supportive or being an initiative में? समझा? Now, what it's saying is the ability to take initiative and being confident to express the same is an essential officer-like quality. And officer ought to be a team leader and a guide for everyone who looks up to him. When we say everyone, we are not only referring to the teammates. A guide and a team leader for everyone who looks up to him. For that, an officer will have to initiate, na? क्यों? क्योंकि जो लोग, the people who are looking up to him, will they come to him and tell him कि आप ऐसा करो तो हमारा भला होगा? And if they do, now if you write a letter to the government, if you write a letter to the municipality or anyone complaining that I have this problem and I believe if you do this, it will be very helpful, and they do it. Did they take the initiative? No. You will just appreciate that they helped you in time. They responded to your query. They considered your complaint. This is what you will appreciate. Correct? लेकिन अगर तुमने कोई चिट्ठी नहीं लिखी, कुछ नहीं, you did not complain about anything, but the moment रोड खराब होना चालू हुई, 2 दिन में उन्होंने आके रोड बना दिया. Now you will appreciate the initiative, and now you will appreciate the organization saying that they are really active and they have a very good presence of mind. They are very alert about what is happening there, and they fix things well. Now you will appreciate them at their initiative level. समझ में आ रहा है difference? So as an officer, why is it important for you to be taking initiative? क्योंकि अगर आप सिर्फ रूटीन में वो चीजें कर रहे हो जो अब तक हो रही थी, तो रिजल्ट भी वही आएगा ना जब तक आ रहा था. Everyone has read that proverb. In order to achieve something that you have never achieved, you need to do something that you have never done. You cannot be repeating the same methods and expect different results. Correct? You all do chemistry experiments. In experiments, now if you did one thing, okay, now you know that I took this much concentration of this and I took this much concentration of this and I did this particular reaction and I got this result. Now this is not what the result I wanted. Correct? We often do color wale, titration and everything. Now if you know that this is not the color what I desired a little darker color. You repeat the same experiment the same way. Will you get a different result? No. You will first check that if I desired a darker color, why did I receive a lighter color? Did I dilute something? Did I do something wrong? Did I use the quantity somewhere inappropriate? You will check. Then you will correct the error and then look for the desired result. फिर से नहीं आया, you will again check what is missing, what is going wrong, and then you will correct the error, further proceed. Correct? Literally a practical example applied to life. Getting the difference? Now again I have a proverb for you all to think about, and once you think about it, tell me कि इससे पहले की presentations में हमने जो proverbs देखे हैं, उनमें से किससे ये best connect हो रहा है? या फिर कोई proverb जो तुमको और याद आ रहा है इसको पढ़ के, या whatever is your understanding of this sentence, what do you understand by this? What do you understand? Who is this Vivo 2015? Who is it? Rename yourself. You're not supposed to be answering with names that I can't recognize. क्या बोलूं मैं? Very good job, Vivo 2015. ऐसे बोलूं? नहीं ना? Rename yourself. Students who are attending online, you're requested to please type your responses in the chat box. Yes, when you take the free will out of education, that turns it into schooling. said by John Taylor Gatto. What do you understand by this? Boys, जिनके भी फोन्स हॉरिजॉन्टल है ना, मैं आके हाथ से ले लूं. सीधा कर फोन, सीधा कर. सीधा भी खेल लेता है, ऐसे भी खेल लेता है. सीधा कर. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. इनिशिएटिव वही खेल रहे हैं आपसे. मैंने 40 मिनट बोला है, अगर सबने हाथ नहीं उठाया ना मैं पीट दूंगी. What do you mean by initiative? Explain.
अगर भाई एक पेड़ पड़ेगा ना, एक बारिश पड़ेगा तो पड़ेगा, मैं चल के आऊंगा तो दौड़ के भगवान की बात कर. अगर आप लोग शादी कितना अच्छा बचता, तुम्हारा इनिशिएटिव देखो, हाथ आगे किए नहीं, ताली बजेगा क्या? वो इनिशिएटिव का ठीक नहीं तो इनिशिएटिव देखो पढ़ने का नहीं, वो 6 बजे लेकर आपको 11 बजे लेक्चर हो रहा है, लेकिन देखो पढ़ने का नहीं. दोस्तों के यार तुमको खुद को मालूम है, मतलब सीखने पड़ा लेकिन लेक्चर पाते कितने लोग ऐसे बच्चों के मालूम है भाई बहुत मिलेंगे. कितने बच्चे लोग हैं कि जो 6 से 11 पूरा लेक्चर अटेंड करते हैं, कितने लोग आधा करते हैं, कितने लोग 1/4 करते हैं. को नहीं, तो मैं पहले बोला हम लोग 1000 दिन पढ़ाएंगे हमारा इनिशिएटिव. कितने दिन पढ़ाएंगे? 1000. बोलो 1000 चेंज करा 1001 1001
शगुन का है क्या?
और नंबर है
वही शगुन का है.
एक दिन पढ़ाएंगे और 1001 मिनट पढ़ाएंगे. कितना मिनट पढ़ाएंगे? 1001 रोज. 1001 क्वेश्चन
सॉल्व करें.
जिसने 3 का इनिशिएटिव लिया वो इंडिया फर्स्ट सेकंड में पास किया, पेपर में लिखे. जिसने आधा किया वो सेकंड में.
जिसने इस इनिशिएटिव को सपोर्ट किया. इनिशिएटिव कहाँ से आया?
थर्ड किया, थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में पास हो. 1/4 किया वो 4th अटेम्प्ट में, लेकिन गारंटी पास हो. तो बच्चे को भोगेंगे ना, उनको बोला 19 साल तक इंडिया के एग्जाम लड़कियों की कंपटीशन में करते 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 आए, एक दिन में आए. लेकिन इनिशिएटिव क्या होना चाहिए? हमने ये बोल के क्लास में एडमिशन लिया, अब क्लास में बैठे क्या तशरीफ
दिल दिमाग तशरीफ
दिल बाहर है.
दिमाग फ्रिज में रख के आए हैं. भैया ने इसका मतलब बता दिया. आप बोलो इसके पहले he explained what this means. वॉच में सुन रहे होते तो पता चलता. He already explained what this means. Taking decisions. Louder. Taking forward. Now, okay, tell me something. Boys, silence. Tell me something. Now, what he said was, ताली 2 हाथ से बजती है. Yes? I'll give you another example of high five. High five में बेइज्जती कब होती है? जब तुमने इनिशिएटिव लिया, तुमने अपना इनिशिएटिव एक्सप्रेस किया और किसी ने भी साथ नहीं दिया. 4 दोस्त बैठे हैं, तुमने एक की तरफ बढ़ाया, उसने नहीं देखा, दूसरे ने भी नहीं देखा, तुमको लगा मैं इज्जत समेट के हाथ नीचे कर लेता हूं, तीसरे ने देख लिया. अब वो तीसरे के पास 2 चॉइस है. या तो वो तुम्हारी बेइज्जती होने देगा और वो देख के तुम्हें मुस्कुराएगा, या वो बोलेगा था मैं कर देता हूँ. सपोर्ट कर देता हूँ इनिशिएटिव। समझ में आ रहा है? So now if you express as an officer, you express an initiative and no one supports it, no one agrees to it, दो प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, या तो तुम्हारा इनिशिएटिव में एरर है या तो तुम्हारे एक्सप्रेशन में एरर है. You have failed either to draw a proper plan or to explain the plan efficiently. Getting the difference? कि मैं सही से समझा नहीं पाया. Correct? Now, when you say this sentence, that when you take the free will out of education, then it turns into schooling. Schooling क्यों लिखा है? Colleging भी हो सकता था ना? What did I say? At this age, right now, are you capable of learning anything unless and until you want to? At this age, can you learn anything unless and until you want to? No. लेकिन when you were 6 years old, even though अगर तुमको मार के स्कूल भेजते थे, तुम जबरदस्ती जाके बैठते थे, एक पॉइंट के बाद you used to forget. Even if you used to remember that I'm angry, you used to be angry at the people who sent you to school, who brought you to school. But फिर भी स्कूल में जो हो जाता था वो तुम्हें याद हो जाता था. Yes or no? Because at that time you did not have the desire for free will. Correct? You just knew that I don't want to go to school. They still sent me to school. So you will be pissed at the people who sent you to school, not at the school. Getting the difference? अब when it says that अब हम जब education में से free will निकाल लेंगे, तो actually सिर्फ schooling बचा, right? Yes or no? There was an age जहाँ पर teachers used to write remarks and send to your parents that you know your child's assignment is incomplete, his homework is incomplete, please look into it. Correct? But after a certain age, you came to an understanding where you know that if you want to educate yourself, you have to take an equal initiative as the people who are trying to educate you. Yes or no? We always read learning is a two-way process. Correct? When we say learning is a two-way process, but teacher is a very good teacher. But तुम्हारा मूड नहीं है आज, वो सिखा पाएगा कुछ? नहीं सिखा पाएगा. He's very good at expression. He's very good at the initiative. तुम्हारा मूड नहीं है. Will you learn? No. Is that time well used? No. Correct? Yes or no? Now in the same thing, opposite direction. You are very enthusiastic today. You woke up early in the morning, you did yoga and everything, and you're like really fresh. Now you come to class. And the teacher you dislike the most because he explains very confusing comes to the class. तुम्हारा मूड होगा पढ़ने का. चलो ठीक है, वाला लाइक फिर भी चला इसका लेक्चर भी सुनूंगा. And now you listen. ये तुमने कुछ नहीं समझ रहा है क्योंकि उसको पढ़ाने नहीं आता. Yes. Again, it is one-sided initiative. समझ में आ रहा है? You are taking the initiative to learn, but the educator is not really taking the initiative to teach. Getting the difference? So what it says here is when you take the free will out of education, it turns into schooling. And I was trying to connect this proverb to the proverb that we saw in the reasoning ability maybe slide. Yeah. Reasoning ability presentation. Towards the end, we saw a proverb that spoke about learning, unlearning, and relearning. When you learn something, correct? जितना डिफिकल्ट कोई चीज लर्न करना है, उससे ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट है किसी चीज को अनलर्न करना, और उससे ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट है किसी चीज को रीलर्न करना. समझ में आ रहा है? Why? When you learn something, you don't necessarily have to sit and memorize it. You learn. As children, we learn a lot of things about society, about our family. हमारे घर में ऐसा ही होता है. Correct? No one is giving you a booklet to memorize. You learn. As you grow up, you realize that okay, but there's some error here. And at some point in life, you have an opinion about, okay, but mom, this thing that happens in our house is not very appropriate. We should try to alter it. It is an error. It is not resulting in the best outcomes. Yes? What made you come to this opinion? जब हम सुनते हैं कि बहुत बड़ा हो गया, why? Because that basically means when they say इतना बड़ा हो गया, they're trying to imply that do you really have enough information and enough resources to analyze on the basis of which you are making a statement or giving an opinion about something that we have been practicing for years. समझ रहे हैं? Yes? Yes? Now, to unlearn something, if you have gotten the habit of driving on the left side of the road, but now you suddenly shift abroad and you have to drive on the right side of the road, that means कि चलो गाड़ी चलाते हुए तो same चलेगी, correct? The difference would be that now you're sitting on the left side for the driver's seat, and each time you have to take a turn, your calculations should consider कि मेरे इस side आधी गाड़ी है, इस side आधी गाड़ी नहीं, correct? मुझे जब टर्न लेना है तो कहां से लेना पड़ेगा? This is called unlearning and then relearning. The same thing but mirror image. It will get difficult. Someone who learns to drive abroad will learn it quicker compared to someone who learned driving here, then went abroad and now is struggling to unlearn the method that they used here and relearn the method that is used there. Samjha? Everyone clear with learning, unlearning and relearning and how they are efficient qualities, because as you grow through life, boys, sorry, silence. As you grow through life, you eventually have to apply these tactics in order to understand that if you want to continue growing, there will be a lot of things that you will have to unlearn, a lot of things that you will have to relearn, correct? When we talk about people becoming parents, we say that they learn a lot with the child, correct?